Happy morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are and when it is. Um, this video is about A versus A. Now, the first thing I actually want to talk about is anonymity, the important A for all of the A's. Anonymity basically means faceless. And it's important. It's really important because if I claim to be a part of a particular fellowship or a program and I plaster my face everywhere, and voice that program, then turn around and mess up a couple days from now and use, then somebody might consider that the program doesn't work. And that's not actually the truth of the matter. It also means no big eyes and little eyes. So in the program, we're anonymous because nobody's better than each other. Like, there are some maybe with some more experience staying clean. And if you're a part of the fellowships, you'll know just by my lingo which one I'm particular about. But anyway, so I do want to share the importance of anonymity, especially when it comes to like social media and stuff like that. Or in the traditions, it talks about, anonymous to radio, film, newspaper. It's because it was written and put together at that stage of society's growth. And I'm sure the founders of the one. Okay, so here's the thing. There are pros and cons about any fellowship, any program. So a big thing I've learned over time is get in where you fit in. Like, check them out. Check them all out. There's there's AA, was the originating anonymous program, fellowship. Okay, they are the founder of AA was Bill Wilson and Bob, and they are the originators that wrote, with the help of a higher power, the steps. And then all the other fellowships that use the steps and traditions and concepts have copied AA. Okay. Now, for me, I'm not talking about anybody else's experience. I can only share my own experience. For me, I was introduced to one particular fellowship, and I mean, all the steps are the same, and the program is basically copy it right. Okay, so I was introduced to one fellowship, and I'm not really sure if I heard the message of like, don't use no matter what, da 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 da, like all the things I needed to hear. I'm not sure if I didn't hear it or I wasn't ready to hear it. So I spent some time in one of the fellowships, kind of coming and going, a revolving door, chronic relapser, for a long time, 15 years doing that. And then for me, I discovered a different fellowship that I identified. And that is where I fit in. Like, I heard other people sharing the same types of experiences of complete degradation and the desperation that I had and all of that. Like, I heard it in my own lingo and language, and I was ready. So, right, like, okay. For me, the literature in newer ones are a little easier to read. Now, I have read the books in both fellowships, and both have amazing jewels, gems, tidbits, and amazing message of hope and instructions They're incredible. All the literature is incredible. I found it easier to read one set than the other set. One of the sets I actually needed a dictionary next to it, which is fine. Get a dictionary. Write all in the margins, highlight and underline, all of that kind of stuff. So at this point in my recovery, which I've been clean over 6 years at this point, I actually attend more than one fellowship. I wouldn't suggest that right at the beginning. I would suggest checking them out. Maybe, they say up to 6 meetings. So, go to a fellowship and then another A fellowship. And then there's also some that don't end with an A, like Celebrate Recovery, which is Bible-based. There's Favor, which has incredible information and encouragement. It's Faces and Voices of Recovery. There's Smart Recovery, and there's probably a whole bunch more that I don't even know, because there's lots of paths. The important thing is to get in where you fit in. Find your tribe that you feel welcomed, that you identify with. Check out the different ones until you find your home. There's Al-Anon and Nar-Anon. Those are actually for the families, but some of us, being being an addict, also am married to an addict, and also have a ton of friends that are addicts. So going into a family unit, I did that for a good while just to see what it was about and how I could grow in my understanding and healing. There is not a wrong way to get clean, heal, and grow. For me, I think over the years I got in my own way. I don't think it was like a fellowship's cons, like pros and cons. I don't think it was like a fellowship didn't meet my needs. I think I was closed-minded and arrogant and egotistical, and until the disease humbled me enough. When we get humble enough, as long as we survive, we're open to see what the options are out there, and how we can get better. The most important, valuable part of this message, I hope you hear, is that there is hope. I believe in you. Keep coming.